performed the greatest of kindnesses.
I would have preferred Mithrax that we brought you guys into the last city, but I mean, if we make your living here more comfortable, I guess. Maybe they're just used to it, and maybe they just prefer it versus living in cleaner, more tidier places. But they did give us another box for stuff. Let's see. Ooh, big spender. I got 150 bright dust. At least that is something. But no, I want to go to the tower and see, did they actually put up guardians? Like, Elixni's here, right? Oh, Triumphs. I was like, I got a new Triumph. I wonder if that does anything. Community event. Investigate each of the Elixni. Yep. I'm not going to be donating stuff. Come on, I've been doing this all season long. I'm not going to donate more. But it says Vanguard are undergoing Vanguard trading, right? So there should be Elixni here, correct?
Is that run in the Crucible? Shame.
I don't think that there's anything else in here for me, right? Is there? I mean, I'm not going to donate anything more. They said there was Vanguard security forces here. They were trained up to be Vanguard security forces, but when I'm exploring the tower, it's just people still. I thought they would be here. Not really, by the looks of it.
Another hunter brought these back. Take a look.
Huh. I wonder if that was literally just for show. Sweeper bots everywhere, people are here. Oh man, it might have just been for show, honestly. I mean, there's a Elixni here, but they're not Vanguard security forces. Oh man, that's lame. I thought they would actually put like more Elixni in the tower to be like
Welcome back.
areas in this tower, but no, it looks like that was just wishful thinking. As far as like what was happening inside of the game, it's just the Elixni quarter. They have their own guards now, so I guess Crow doesn't have to be constantly watching over them. They have their own ability to keep themselves safe. I don't know if Trials of Osiris is happening again this weekend, but if it is happening again this weekend, I might just do one more video for Trials of Osiris. Not a last video, I'll obviously keep doing Trials of Osiris.
Ah, my friend. What stories do you have to share?
I don't really have anything right now, Saint. That's the problem.
Walk with purpose, Guardian. Cast no shadows. You will face many foes, and you will beat them. I know it.
I've already beaten him, Saint. Thanks for the vote of confidence, so.
Just a second.
Alright, I mean, that's the community event, basically. I mean, I joined late, and most of it was already done. Not that I was going to be grinding away at the community event to, like, keep making more new stuff for them. I, for one, just was kind of over it, honestly. I didn't want to keep grinding away at the community event. I was just... It just felt stale after a certain point. I wasn't interested in doing more for them. Not that it's not a good thing to keep doing stuff for them, but man, is it just... It's taxing, it's tedious. This entire time we've been doing their catch crash stuff. They're like, we still need more stuff. I'm like, what has all the treasure up until this point been doing for you guys? And again, kind of like with my closing thoughts of the last video we did for Season of the Plunder, this whole season has been just a giant flippin' mess from start to finish, unfortunately. And I know it's hard to maintain compelling stories for the season, especially with how things are going right now. But man, was I hoping that there would be, like, again, I felt like I was just waiting week to week for like the season to just pick up at some point, but it just has not done that yet. kind of bummed out about that, because like I felt like I was waiting for like the shoe to drop, just feeling like, alright, what's the big thing? And yeah, like the whole Nezarec thing, that's fine, I guess, but I feel like that could have been something that was happening in the background, and only that we were getting through like lore dialogues and stuff like that. But they really wanted to push that narrative this season, and it kind of just falls flat when you have to come back week to week. This season more than ever has pushed, or has made it abundantly clear that the whole seasonal narrative of coming back and forth just to do, like, we were doing the same activities over and over again. At least with like Season of the Haunted, we were at least getting some variation between like the 3 main people we were trying to help that season. But this season, it's been just identical for the most part. Like, it just feels so empty and boring, and I don't have any reason to like repeat it or do it more than once, other than to get the transmog stuff. And even like the seasonal weapons, I really don't care to grind for those seasonal weapons and just keep getting the extra loot. I don't care anymore. And even I wanted to do the Kingsfall raids enough in order to get like the seal for it too, but man, just like I wasn't kept interested or motivated enough to do it. Just as time went on with the season breaking more and more week to week, I just did not care. I could not care less. And I for sure started caring less and less and less as the season went on. And at a certain point, I was just like, yo, bro, I'm done with this season. I don't want to do it anymore. And I feel kind of bad about it, or bad for it, but I have no reason to keep going. There was no carrot in the stick. Just stuff has been breaking far too often. I do want to try, again, another Trials build. I have an idea for a Trials build that I want to do. Try to bring back an old favorite weapon of mine to see if I can make it viable in Trials. I mean, all weapons are viable. It just comes down to what degree are they viable too. But there's not a whole lot else going on right now. The season was over a couple weeks ago, but in my opinion, I think Bungie needs a big overhaul to the seasonal format, because this season has been filled with not only just bugs and glitches and just broken stuff, but their seasonal like weapons and their triumphs also promoted really grindy practices where they wanted to keep people engaged, but man, was it just super hard. Like, even like right now, there's still like a busted triumph for like get the single weapon to level 20 this season. I'm like, yo, that's not exactly easy, and none of the weapons, I mean, there's maybe 1 or 2, but most of the weapons for the most part aren't really needed to get them to season 20. They're not really required or not really worth getting to level 20. I wish the Kingsfall weapons counted for that, because a lot of people would have gone out of their way to get those to level 20, but grinding those weapons to get them to that level is just so taxing, and it's just not the easiest thing to do. But I don't know, I might just be spinning in circles here. I wish there was more to the season, and there hasn't been. The community event too, from what I understand of it, like, yeah, I joined super late and it's over already for me. Like, I don't have to keep going. I can if I want to get like stuff from like the what's it called, the reward track, if I really want to. Like, I don't care to do it. I don't want to do it. It seems super boring, to be perfectly honest. And not only that, like, it's bugged apparently too, because they were, I think like the limit or the goal for the Guardians was like only 80 million coins or something like that. We've blown past it. Some sort of glitch and some sort of issue with the game made it something count towards it way faster than others, and like they didn't patch it out, unfortunately, or maybe we got through it so fast that there was no way to revert the change, so maybe they just kept it. But there's just no reason to do it. That's like, I don't have a, like, even with Festival of the Haunted, I did it for a little bit, but I didn't even do a video on Festival of the Haunted. I just did not care to do it. I was just so, and it was, Festival of the Haunted also was bugged. It wasn't working properly, and it wasn't working properly the entire time we were doing Festival of the Haunted. They didn't get a chance to fix it before it was over. They didn't bother, or it wasn't worth fixing, because by the time it was fixed, it was only for an event that was happening for 3 weeks, and it was just an event that was carried over from last year, so there's no reason to fix it. This whole season and this whole seasonal model and this whole like seasonal events, just they fall so flat now, and people are getting sick and tired of the game, unfortunately. I just hope for more in the season, something really compelling, something that'll really give me something to sink my teeth into really good, something that's like coming that'll for sure keep me vested and motivated to play. Next season, I'll actually probably do Iron Banner, or maybe some Iron Banner videos, because next season my favorite Iron Banner set of armor is getting added to the game, weirdly enough, where they're finally bringing some new, or some old returning Iron Banner armor, and I think they'll make it possible next season to actually earn some of the older armor sets if you hadn't had a chance to do it, which will be a good thing as well. But Trials of Osiris, I know they're getting like 2 new weapons there too. I know they're getting a 140 hand cannon, and I think they said it was going to be a machine gun, so we'll see how those guns are going to be viable. Deepstone Crypt is also coming back next season too, where they can get random rolls, or we can get craftable rolls for their weapons as well. Those will be very interesting to get too. I can't wait to do that. Deepstone Crypt, I don't have all the weapons from Kingsfall right now. I think I'm missing like just Smite Moraine, so maybe I'll also try to work on that in the background next season as well. I just don't know. This whole season's just been a whole big dud. I don't care. This whole season has been definitely one of the lower rated seasons for me, easily. And not because of just like lack of content. It's not even like a content issue. It's just a bug-filled issue, and just like a perfect example where the seasonal model just isn't working anymore. I'm over it. Like, if you're gonna drip feed us like this, where like I'm doing Catch, Crash, and Expedition over and over again for some dialogue here and there, and not even like cutscenes or anything like that. Like, yo, just give it to me all at once. Let me blow through the story content so I can just focus on the grind. And then week to week, what you can do week to week is just add the weekly seasonal challenges and be like, hey, you've done Expedition 100 times. Well, just give me other things to work on. But like they're pushing weird. Like, you can tell like their motivation for the season just started waning as well, because of like first week 10, 9 challenges, 7 challenges, 7 challenges, 7, 6, 7, 5. Like, they also are getting, like, even with their challenge structure, you could have spaced these all out equally to where there was enough challenges. How many challenges are there altogether? There's at least 75. Divide that by, what a weird number. They could have just easily done like 70 and just did 7 challenges a week, and just like give us all the content up front. Let us play it when we want, but then week to week you can have the seasonal challenges in the background as far as doing stuff. But them drip feeding us this content where people have to check in every week to do this, like, I'm not going to check in every week. I don't want to check in every week, especially if the story is not compelling. The Elixir stuff is okay, I guess, but in regards to Season of the Risen, Season of the Haunted, and Season of the Plunder, Season of the Plunder is at the bottom. The Season of the Risen still being at the top. Only just because it tied into the Witch Queen so well, and it was just like a direct continuation to that compelling story, and it just kept going. And Season of the Haunted, I like the spooky stuff in Destiny. I wish they did more horror vibes in this game, because some of the best missions ever are missions that aren't even in the game anymore, like the Prestige mission. That was awesome. And that the whole season was basically that. But I mean, yeah, that's the seasonal event. That's it. Just gonna be playing in the background now, to grinding some stuff off screen to get some of the final seasonal challenges done, so we can actually, have that triumph. That's been kind of a long rant here, but man, I just wanted to get my thoughts out on it, and I just think their seasonal model just isn't working anymore. They need a big change, unfortunately. We'll cut it off here. We'll see if we do another Trials of Osiris video, and I don't have a good closing thought here. Just, hey, I'll see you guys next time, I guess.